Let's talk Twitter shares now. A 5-year high today. The stock got upgraded to buy at Deutsche Bank. The price target, $56. They see improving growth in the second half of 2020 and into 2021. Our call of the day, Joe, you own it. I also want to note, as I send it to you right now, the Dow's up 300 points. The NASDAQ is up 300 points. NASDAQ is up 300 points, 2 2/3%, 11,881. Joe, it's yours.
Yes, so as it relates to Twitter, I purchased it a few weeks back, talked about it on the show, and it was exactly for the reasons that are talked about in this note. You're seeing strength in both fundamental and technical factors. 5-year high today. I agree with the price target. That is my personal target. I believe you're going to see this stock to the mid to upper 50s. User engagement is coming back. Digital ads are returning once again. There seems to be momentum, and I think it goes beyond the pandemic. I think in terms of user engagement and the time that's spent on the platform, value will be recognized, and that you will find new users that have engaged that will remain with the platform longer than the experience of the pandemic.
Well, so the Terra Nova target was 56 also.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. Kevin O'Leary, you own it. Cyclical recovery, well-positioned, they say, to benefit from big event landscape in 2021. More positive feedback in the ad channel.
Yeah, always good to own it going into a big political event like an election for obvious reasons. But one thing that has happened on the platform, because I always look at the propensity of large corporate brands to use any social media platform, they've really gotten their act together in curating the platform. You can block out the crazies. You can hire services to take any feed and make it a little less nuts, if that's the best way to do it. They've added the tools to do that because it was a place where you got a lot of eclectic bots and people with maybe only 3 followers that want to use bigger platforms to get into very aggressive dialogues. All of those have been repaired with new tool sets that make the big brands a lot more comfortable in placing their products and services there. And it took them a couple of years to get there, but I have to tell you now, as a user of the platform, I think we've got 700 and something thousand followers, and we're much more comfortable putting our brands and services on there now because we've been able to edit out all the, for lack of a better word, nutso stuff.
So if everything you said is correct, which, maybe it is, the stock's up 50% year to date, though, Kev. I look at the analyst landscape on it. You've got 26 holds. That's overwhelmingly the largest group of analysts have 26 holds on it. Only 10 buys. I mean, the stock's up 50%. So isn't everything that you said already the reason why the stock's up 50%? Fresh money should go into Twitter today?
It's the first time, I think, where, at least for me, where we are starting to consider spending on it. It takes a long time to change perceptions, particularly of very mainstream S&P 500 companies, to use a new social media platform, put it in their budgets. I already talked about how for small business, Facebook owns them at 80% plus, whatever the number is, it's huge. But for large corporate clients, they're for the first time considering a 2021 spend on Twitter that they never considered before. So, that took years. It took 3 years. And so I would say that for the first time, a lot more optimistic. I got introduced to this stock when Stephanie was complaining about it once when it was at $28, down from $38 in a matter of a week. And that's the first time I took the position on. And she had the same claims that one day corporations would advertise on it. I think she was right back then, and it's going to be right now. And that's why I think you're in the middle of a real transition to, the coming of age, the golden age of Twitter, maybe.